Welcome back to Scotting Movies, everybody. Uh, Today, we're going to talk about a movie called Midnight Run. Many of you have probably not heard of this, but it's a fun comedy caper starring Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro was known a lot at this point in time as a serious crime actor. He had done, Godfather and Deer Hunter and Taxi Driver and all of these really intense, violent roles. And so seeing him in a comedy was a little bit new at this time. So let's talk about Midnight Run and how it works. So um, let's talk about what it's about first. The synopsis: Jack Walsh, who's played by Robert De Niro, is a bounty hunter, washed up bounty hunter. He has lost his family who have left him. He has a chip on his shoulder, though, Marlboro that's stuck permanently to his lips, essentially. And he's hired to bring in a mild mannered accountant named Jonathan Mardukas, who goes by the nickname the Duke. Um, Except Mardukas, who's played by Charles Grodin, stole millions from the mob. He then faked a panic attack to dodge the feds and is now being hunted by literally everyone. The FBI, the mob, another bounty hunter who's basically Jack's grumpy evil twin. And they've got 5 days to get from New York to LA, with everyone chasing and the Duke continuing to try to pull the wool over Jack's eyes. So it's there's planes, trains, buses, shootouts, fake IDs, arguments in diners. Midnight Run is like planes, trains, and automobiles if it were written by Elmore Leonard, and scored with saxophone heavy paranoia. Um, so again, let's talk about Robert De Niro. In 1988, Robert De Niro was still peak serious actor mode. I've talked about The Godfather Part 2 and Taxi Driver and Deer Hunter. There was Raging Bull. You did not expect him to suddenly pop into a buddy road comedy and crush it. But he does. He shows how good of an actor he is when he can turn from all of these serious crime and dramatic roles and turn into a comedy. As Jack Walsh, Robert De Niro brings this rough, weathered, deeply cynical energy to the role, but with a surprising amount of heart to it. He's not cracking jokes. He's just frustrated in a way that becomes funny. Every eye roll, every sigh, every why me moment, he's playing it straight in this movie, which somehow makes it even funnier. It's hilarious. He's not trying necessarily to be funny. It's just the lines that he has to say and the way that he delivers them, and the things that are going on around him, all make it really funny. Uh, but he also packs some emotional punches. There's pain behind the guy's eyes, regret, pride that doesn't want to let go of, and all that good layered character stuff that Robert De Niro shows that he can bring to every role, whether it's a comedic or a dramatic role. The MVP of the film, though, is Charles Grodin. He walks into this movie, steals it with a whisper. He's calm, polite. He's awkward. He absolutely knows how to push Jack's buttons. There's a scene where, uh, Jack has found Jonathan Mardukas, and he's putting him on a plane. He thinks it's going to be this easy ride from New York to LA in a first class airplane, and Charles Grodin says he has a panic attack that this plane is going to crash, and he gets everyone riled up about it, until finally he and Jack are asked to leave, and he says he has a fear of flying. Turns out later that not only does he not have a fear of flying, but he's an actual pilot. And So he's just making it difficult for Jack to turn him in. And he's not a bad guy, and we learn later that not is he not just a bad guy. He's a good person that has stolen money from the mob because it's the right thing to do to give it to the right people. But obviously, that doesn't make him good in anyone else's eyes because the cops want him, the feds in this case, the bad guys want him, other bounty hunters want him. It's he just knows how to not only push his buttons. It's just this surgical comedy. It's not slapstick. It's not over the top. It's just really funny lines and really funny fish out of water scenarios, buddy cop or not buddy cop, buddy comedy. Um, eh, Charles Grodin is the king of this. He delivers his lines like he's checking your taxes. It just kills. It's great screenwriting, first of all, by George Gallo. It's tight as hell. It's not just funny; it's really smart. Every scene builds. Every conversation matters. There's explosions, there's gunfights, but the real fireworks are in the dialogue. You've got laughs. You've got really funny lines delivered in really good ways by really good actors. Uh, it's beats that don't feel forced. The pacing is great. It's 2 hours long, but it feels like it flies by because every scene builds on the next, and you don't have any of these extraneous scenes that you're waiting to get back into the action because every scene has that kind of warmth and that kind of electricity to it. And the one-liners are zingers. They really stick. They land because they reveal something about the characters. You learn about these guys every time that they open their mouths. Let's not forget about the supporting cast because there's a lot of characters in this movie. Um, but in a lesser movie, it would feel like these characters are bogging down the plot that are they're crowding in and stealing scenes from people when they shouldn't, but that's not the case in this one. John Ashton plays the rival bounty hunter. He's kind of what you'd get if Jack Walsh gave up showering, kind of leaned into the chaos. He's really good. He's really funny, and he provides another complication in the plot that doesn't feel overused. It feels just perfect for what this silly movie is supposed to do. There's Dennis Farina, who plays a mob boss with a kind of effortless menace that only Dennis Farina can deliver. The FBI's in there too. There's uh, one of the FBI agents is played by, um, I'm gonna blank on his name. You're seeing it on the screen. He's the bad guy in Live and Let Die. I can't remember his name right now, but you're seeing it. So uh, this is, what really makes um, Midnight Run work is it's heart under pressure. It's not just the laughs, which are plentiful. It's not just the chase scenes and the gunfights and all those things which happen as well. This is a movie about two broken guys. Charles Grodin's character, Jonathan Mardukas, and Robert De Niro's character, Jack Walsh. They're two broken guys in very different ways that are slowly, grudgingly realizing that they might not be as alone in the world as they thought. There's obviously there's a somewhat predictable ending that these guys will become close by the end of it, even though they start really far away and hating each other. That they'll learn to respect each other as they go through, and it's really satisfying to watch these two actors really chew into that. It never dips into cheese. It never goes full Hallmark. You do feel the shift though. You root for them. By the time the final scenes roll around, it just works. It hits harder than a comedy has a right to. So Midnight Run is wrapping this all up is one of those rare buddy movies that really feels that it's both hilarious and has a heart. It's genuinely funny. It's deeply human. It's anchored by two performances that are just excellent. So the final grade for this movie, I'm going to give it an A. Not quite an A plus. It's hard to reach that in my book, but it's a solid A. This is as good of a buddy comedy that you're going to see, and you don't expect it because you probably haven't heard of it. But it is an excellent film. It is really funny and has that heart. So go see it if you haven't. If you have, let me know what you think about it. Was it as good as I'm saying, or do you have a different kind of take that you want to share? Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you with the next movie.